Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me again. Uh, this next one is a positive result. This again is a test in Shrewsbury, and the test is 5 minutes past 9 in the morning. So this one did result in a pass. However, the candidate did make a mistake. They went the wrong way. But the thing is that as long as you keep your head and know how to deal with it, you can get out of it quite easily. And when the time comes up, I'll show you exactly how the candidate did it. A lot of times people always ask me, well, what if I go the wrong way? What if I do this? What if I do that? It doesn't really matter as long as you're dealing with the situation safely and carefully and with consideration for the road users. You won't go wrong at all. You won't go wrong. So we're away. We're coming down that bit of a road again where there's cars parked everywhere. So you got to look as far ahead as you possibly can. Always remember mirrors before you slow down, mirrors before you do anything. So we're going through. Let's have a look. Right, one coming at us, so we'll better give way. Mirror checks. In you go. Oh, well, the van's decided to stop for us, so we can carry on again. That's not a problem. That isn't a problem, that isn't. Coming down to the end of this road here now, this is shown up in on other routes as well. So the important thing is here is do make sure that you are looking to the left before you emerge. It's most important because you can see those vans parked up on the side there. So if you're just looking to the right and out you go, you'll find that something's overtaken them, like something like a big lorry or something. Something will be there, I can pretty much guarantee it. So make sure that you do look to your left before you move away. The driving test lasts about between 38 and 40 minutes. You'll get asked one manoeuvre. You may get asked to do an emergency stop. You may do, but it's not on every single test. I think it's about 1 in 3, I think. Something in the region of that anyway. This route, it actually showed up on another video I did not long ago. It's very much going the same way, but the pupil did alter it by going a different way completely. That's it. That's a good wide open junction. Again, nice control up to the end. This is the benefit of having good control over your clutch and steering, because you see what you need to do is, as you're approaching the junction, is try and roll up to the junction, not to aim for the end of the road, then stand on the brakes, or not to just fly out. What you have got to do is try and roll up so that you can take effective observations. That means looking both left, right, left, right, left, right, multiple times, and then out you go without stopping. And that's the benefit of having good control over the clutch. So here, I think they're turning right here. I think they are, because this is what happened last time. So yeah, it seems they're slowing down. So again, mirrors, signal. Before you make your right turn, check your right-hand door mirror. If you have a look at one of my other videos, you'll see why. We were just in, I think it was in Oswald Street it was, and we were going into near where the test centre is. We were waiting to turn right. We were indicating right, giving way to the oncoming traffic, and then a van just simply overtook us. You wouldn't believe it, but those sorts of things do happen. So that's the importance of checking that right-hand door mirror before you make that right turn. Oh, you got these double roundabouts, I think, in a moment. So on the first one here, we're going straight ahead. On the second one, we'll be turning right. if I remember rightly. So again, having a look, seeing where they're going, and then if you're clear, off you go. Okay, again, mirrors, and then you signal, yes, round we go. And then mirrors again before you accelerate away. I don't know what maneuver they're going to get them to do on this test. Not sure. Well, there we are. Pull up on the left-hand side in a safe, convenient place. They're going past that junction. That's okay. That's lovely. Because that move away safely at an angle where they'll ask you to pull up, stop, hit the back of a stationary vehicle, and then just move away from it. Again, I don't know if you're noticing, but you see how the car stops. It just stops, gives way to the oncoming traffic, and then is able to move off again. That's a really good technique. That's really good. That's been able to um, make the car stop, then move off at any one moment in time, rather than just stop and stuck. Bit of a roll there, and what he's doing there. Oh, probably giving himself a little bit of room. I think here the examiners asked him to reverse park, probably, so he's probably giving himself a bit more room. So let's have a look and see what happens next. Oh yeah, this is the reverse park exercise. So what he's done there is he's just backed up a little bit, give himself a little bit more room so that he can deal with it. So as you can see, nice and slow, good control, and then making sure that you're checking all the way around you. There are three things that the examiner is looking for with these maneuvers. That is, are you under control? That's one of them. The other one is, are you reasonably accurate? In other words, have you completed the exercise within the parameters that are required? In other words, are you near to the curb? And the third one is, are you paying attention to what's happening around you? You've got to be aware of what's happening. That involves looking, taking your time, slowing the car right the way down and giving yourself time to have a look. And remember, through that back window, and remember checking around you, the door mirrors, it's a 360 all the way around the car. Take your time with it, and you'll find then that you'll be able to deal with it absolutely no problem at all. Over these speed humps. And remember, as you pass these stationary cars, the importance of those mirror checks, mirrors as you approach, and then mirrors before you pass them. And again, remembering that right-hand door mirror, and then mirrors again before you come back in, particularly that left-hand door mirror. So you've got to be always active within the drive. The other thing to remember is that when you're on the independent drive, That is if you were following signs or if you were following the sat nav. What you have got to be careful of is that you've always got to go through that mirror signal maneuver routine by yourself. That's what the examiner will be looking for. So, for example, if you were following the signs, say, for example, like low A49, just for argument's sake, what would happen is that you would have to be checking the mirrors in good time and you would have to be signaling in good time by yourself. The examiner will not be telling you. You see, what normally happens is that when we're teaching people to drive, they get used to people saying turn left, turn right, do this, do that. That's what tends to happen. It does all those sorts of things. So you have to be careful of that because you will be using your instructor as a prompt whereby they're saying turn left, so it's mirrors first, then signal, and you'll get used to doing that. But when no one's saying anything, then it's up to you to be able to do it. It just missed the clip there. Then I think there's a clip missing off my dash cam. This happens sometimes. Oh yeah, this is that where you come up to the end of the road. This is now the 40 speed limit that we're going into now. This road here is quite busy, this one here. And there we are, nicely way. And remember that this is a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. Now the next roundabout, this is where the pupil made a mistake. What the examiner has said to them is, would you turn right at the roundabout? That is the third exit to follow all routes. So what we'll see now is exactly what did happen on the driving test. This is real as you're seeing it right now. So the instruction has been given, at the roundabout, turn right, third exit, following all routes, all through routes it is. So let's have a look and see what's happening. Pupils approaching the roundabout, they get a bit confused where they're going, and now they're in the left-hand lane. Now you have to think about this a little bit. What are you going to do next? Let's have a look. The pupils show you what to do. There we are. We've taken the second exit. We haven't taken the third exit. We've taken the second exit. And that's fine. That's okay. Where the problem would have been there is if you had have turned right. So there, if you rewind it back, if you if you come to the roundabout and the examiner said turn right at the roundabout, it's the third exit, and you're in the left-hand lane, and you did turn right, so you've gone the correct way, that would fail you because it's incorrect positioning. The way that they've done it here, there's nothing wrong with it. They've gone the way that the examiner didn't want them to go, but they've done it safely. So in other words, what they've done is they've just adapted the route. That's all they've done. So I mean that can happen. That's called driving. It can happen anywhere. The main thing is not to panic and keep thinking sensibly and think about it logically. You can't just swerve over a roundabout. You can't. You have got to look at it logically. So as all that will happen now is that the examiner will now turn them round somewhere, or what they'll do is they'll just pick up on another route. And I think on this one, because there's enough time if on the test, there's enough time. that the examiner is going to take them on another route from somewhere else. So that's what will happen. So let's it back out into the 40 mile an hour speed limit, out of the 30 into the 40. Again, remembering checking your mirrors. And there's the two national speed limits. Well, one of them, I see the national speed limit sign. National speed limit is all it means is use of common sense. You mustn't go over 60. That's all it means. It doesn't mean do 60. It just means do what you think is the correct speed to drive along that road. So, along here, it's not too bad. You can keep the speed up quite well. The only thing you've got to be careful of course, is these driveways here. Vehicles pulling out, but you've always got to be aware of that. There's the crossroads sign. So you've got to be aware, try to anticipate what's going to happen there, looking out for vehicles that are emerging. So we'll look, see what happens here. Oh, they're slowing down. Oh, turning left, yeah. So then there's country lane now. Be aware now of what's coming towards you. That's the trouble with country lanes. You've got to always anticipate, regulate your speed. By all means, speed up where you can, but when it gets a bit narrow, a bit tight, try and slow it down. And beware of these pesky potholes, they're everywhere. Well, we're having a good run of it. Nothing's coming the other way. That's the thing you always got to be aware of, you see, is what's coming towards you, and then being able to deal with it. There are these passing points where you come along a road like this. Again, it just involves bringing the speed down and manoeuvring the car. This is the benefit of, again, I know I keep harping on about it, but the benefits of control over the clutch and control over the steering. It'll get you out of lots and lots of things. Yeah, slowed it down there quite nicely. Um, the other car just come bombing through, but we managed to slow it down. Okay, we're going to deal with this one. Let's have a look. See how he copes with this one. Well, it's a little bit tight just here, but you can see that the other vehicle's moved over. So all we got to do is slow the car right the way down, like that, and we just pass one another with care, and off you go again. And again, that involves slowing right down, getting your clutch right down into first gear, and then just easing the car away again. Same again, always turned off. So we're coming up to the built-up area again. Okay, another vehicle approaching. Okay, slowing it right the way down. That's it. There he stopped. Correct thing to do. Just, if in doubt, just pull the car up and stop. Always remember, mirrors first, mirrors again before you pull away. I did say we're not meeting many vehicles, but along this stretch we seem to be. And going left here, this is Bow Maurice. This is when you're turning left out of here, the visibility to the right isn't really good. Just got to make sure you get right to the very end of the road. You creep forwards using the control, get forwards as much as you can so you can have a look. So this will head you back towards the test centre, towards Shrewsbury again now. And that was good, that was there, because where the lorry was coming across, where the problem is there with that big lorry, is that it could hide something that's there. So I don't know if you noticed with that one there how the candidate they slowed right the way down and had a look. to make sure that it was safe before they proceeded. They just didn't look over and go, well, I can't see, I'll go. What they did is that they made sure that it was safe to proceed. And that's a good driving strategy, that one is. It's a good one, that. So we're out of the 30 speed limit into the national again. And again, making good progress, as you can see. So as you can see with with this driving test now, that you get a bit of town driving, you get a bit of the countryside driving as well. It's not all country and it's not all town either. You get a mixture of both, all different things that you're being tested on. As long as you're up to it, there's not a problem. There's not a problem with it at all. And we're back into Shrewsbury again, so we're at the top of that roundabout by the Audi garage again. Well, the driving test is nearly over. Back to the test centre now. This is where the speed limit alters. So back down to 30. Mirror checks. Get down to 30 before the signs, not after. That's what you've got to do. So it's mirrors in good time, then bringing the speed down so that you're just doing 30 as you actually go through those signs there. And there we have it again, another pull up and stop on the left hand side in a safe, convenient place. Always remember, get rid of that indicator. Don't sit there with the indicator running wherever you do. This is one of the things that does tend to happen on driving tests, where people are just sitting there with their indicator on. The examiner is not there to tell you to turn it off. You've got to do that by yourself. So make sure that when you've stopped, there's handbrake on, out of gear, indicator off. The next thing they'll say to you is thank you, move off whenever you're ready, and then off you go. That's all there is. Again, we've got another pull up stop on the left hand side. You're right at the very end of the driving test. You're right at the very, very end of it now. It'd be terrible to make such an error now. And there's the test centre on the right. Tiptoe in through the gates, and that's the end of a driving test. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you found it helpful. If there's any comments you'd like to make, just leave them. I'll get back to you when I can. This is a successful result, as I said in the beginning. The candidate did pass. They did make the error, but the thing is that when they made the error, they did it safely and correctly. Hope you enjoyed it, and look out for other videos coming up very shortly. Thank you for watching.